Welcome back, dear students. So, in today's lesson, in today's topic, we are going to start loops in JavaScript. So, let's start. So, friends, first of all, we should understand what is mean by loop. So, here I would like to give you one example. Suppose you want to execute one command like writing your name 5 times in a web page. It is very easy. You can just simply write down that command 5 times. But suppose the same thing you have instructed to do 100 times, 200 times, that means it will be very hard for you. It means repeating a command 100 times, 1000 times is very, very hard. So instead of doing that command writing 100 times, we have loops concept. So loops make our work easier. Friends, in a JavaScript, we can put a loops wherever we need to repeat a task in a programming language. So loops are generally a feature which facilitate the execution of a set of instructions or a functions or any command repeatedly. Repeatedly means the same command would repeat number of times. That number of times can be any number of time depending upon a particular condition to be true. Like if a condition is going to be true, that command will execute this many number of times. So we can repeat a programming language feature of writing a task number of time using loops. So loops are used to execute a block of code for a specified number of times. For example, you can print a particular name number of times. You can generate natural number series. You can generate even or odd number series. So loops are very handy. You can easily use if you want to run the same code over and over again, each time with a different value to be printed. So here one definition is there. A loop is a block of code that allows you to repeat a section of a code a certain number of times, perhaps changing a certain variable values each time the code is executed. The concept is very easy. For example, if you want your loop to be run, so you need to set a one condition. If the condition is true, that means the loop will execute. And how many number of times the loop is going to execute, it is depend on us. So means what values of variable we are setting. We need a one variable. That variable value will continuously going to be run out and going to execute that particular command depending upon the condition true. If condition is true, the loop will run and loop will execute the commands. But if the condition become false, it will come out of the loop and it will not execute whatever written. So why loops are useful? So loops are useful because they allow you to repeat lines of code without retyping them. Means it is very tiresome work to repeat the command by writing them 100 times, 200 times. So instead of copy, cut, paste, we can generally use a loop. They save the time of trouble of repeatedly typing the same lines. Means if suppose a one line you want to write 100 times, there may be a typing mistake. But if you put that command in a loop, it will run automatically. So you are also able to change one or more variable values each time the browser passes through the loop. Means, friends, here we are having different kinds of loop, and we can use that loop variables also depending upon our conditions. So just look at here it is a iterative method. Iterative method means a loop is not here used. So what are the drawbacks of writing the same code repeated number of times? For example, here I want to print hello world. Hello world I want to type 10 number of times. So here I am writing the same code document.write. This is a command to print a particular message on a web page. So this I wrote here 10 times. So 10 times writing is very tiresome. Even you copy paste, even you type, it will create a problem. So 10 times is easy, but 100 times, 200 times the same command if you want to execute, it is very hard. So instead of this, we are going to use loops. The same command I am going to write by using loops. So in the loop the statement need to be written only once and just it will execute 10 times. How? Let's see. So friends, here just simple I have written variable I, and this is a JavaScript, so script type we have said JavaScript. So I variable we have declared by using a command where is a keyword used to declare a variable. And here for for is a one kind of loop. For is a loop. We'll see what are the types of loop. So here just example, you see for in bracket I have written I is equal to 0, means a variable's first initial value we have set 0. Then condition is there, I is less than 10. I is less than 10 means I should be less than 10. That time it will be repeat, the code will execute. When I becomes more than 10 or equal to 10, then the execution will stop. Means I is less than 10 is a condition we have put. Then I plus plus. So friends, in previous lessons we know about increment operator. I plus plus means I is equal to I plus 1. It means increase the value of variable I by 1. So inside we have written document.write hello world. /n is for new line. So friends, first of all loop will come for the i's value 0, and it will check 0 is less than 10. Yes, 0 is less than 10. It will come inside of the loop and it will print on a web page hello world. Then again loop will go back. Again it will increase I plus plus means i's value now become 1. So it will check 1 is less than 10. So yes, 1 is less than 10. It will come inside and print hello world. Then it will again go and become i's value now I plus plus value become 2. So it will check 2 is less than 10. Yes, it will again come inside. And this looping process will goes continuous till the condition become false. If suppose the condition become 10, so 10 is less than 10, it is false. So it will not repeat. So based on the variables condition and initial value, we can execute the loop to run according to our needs. It is just a simple example. And this code is very short also. Instead of writing 10 times, just use the loop. So friends, now there are mainly two types of loops. So first is entry controlled, second is exit controlled. So as their name suggests, entry means at the time of entering in the loop, and exit control means, as the name suggests, at the time of leaving out the loop, means exit at the place of exit out. So entry control loop test the condition is tested before entering the loop body. You can see here in this for loop in bracket variables condition is also given, so means at starting position, gate, at the gate, you can say, like when you go in a party, if suppose they ask you for a card, so they will ask at the entry level, show card and go inside, like that. So here the condition is tested at starting level, means when you enter in the loop body, that time only they are testing. If the condition is true, then only the control will go inside of the loop and execute the command. So entry control loop means condition is tested at the starting level or entry level. If condition true, then only command of inside the loop will execute. So example is for loop and while loop. We'll see in later session what are for loop and what are while loop. For loop, here an example I given for loop. Next is exit control loops. So in this type of loops, the test condition is tested or evaluated at the end of loop body. Means it is very clear, at the name suggests exit means at out level, means first it will execute the loop and its commands, then later on at last it will check the condition is true or what. So there is a difference between entry and exit. Entry, if condition fail, it will not go inside and not a single command will execute. But in exit, if condition also false, one time to at least it's going to execute your inside loop command. So this is a difference. If condition is true or false, one time at least it is going to execute the loop body. So while loop is a exit control loop. So friends, these all are the introduction about the loops. Hope you have understood it. Thank you.